Students, now the next topic is the variation in cell. Generally, there are millions of living organisms in which their body is having different type of shape, size. But in these organisms, means all the living organisms, different type of cells are there which are having different type of size, shape, number. Even the number of living cells also means vary from organism to organism. So on the basis of, we know that different type of living organisms are there, and all the different type of living organisms are having different type of their body structure. On the basis of this, the organisms are of two types. Number one is unicellular organisms, and second one are multicellular organisms. Students, what are the unicellular organisms and what are the multicellular organisms? Since the name is also given in the, means we can say that the name is given in the word itself. Unicellular means these are the organisms whose body is made up of one cell, means their body consists of only single cell. But the body of the multicellular organism, it consists of many cells. The body is made up of many cells, like human beings are made up of many cells, like amoeba is made up of a single cell, paramecium is made up of a single cell, etc. So if one cell is there, then only one cell is responsible for performing all the functions in the body. But here different type of cells are there, so they can perform different type of functions. So all the functions of the body are not performed by a single cell, they are performed by different type of cells. Like nerve cells are transferring the information from brain to the body parts. Like the work of WBC is to carry out the oxygen. So all the cells are having different function. That's why we can say that the division of labor is generally absent in unicellular organisms, means only a single cell is performing all the function. That's why the work of the single cell is not divided into others. But here the work means a particular work is divided in a group of cells. That's why we can say division of labor is present. Now, if the organism got died in unicellular organism, if organism is leads to death, then the death of cell take place, means cell can be dead. Because if individual cell will get dead, then organism will also die, because organism is made up of single cell. But in this case, if death of one cell take place, then that doesn't mean that organism get died, because the skin cells, they get dead continuously. The hair are hair cells, keratin cells, so many, these are the dead cells. The nails are having dead cells. If we are removing them, they get dead, then that doesn't mean that the organism will also get dead. These do not show levels of organization. Levels of organization are not shown by the unicellular organism, but these shows the levels of organization. We can take the example like the amoeba is there, like the paramecium is there, like we can say bacteria are there. They all are unicellular. But in case of multicellular organism, like we can take the man, the human being, like the plants are there, like the birds are there, like we can see crow is there. All the animals, mainly they are multicellular organisms. So on the basis of number of cells, we just classify the organisms into two categories, unicellular and multicellular. The organisms whose body is made up of single cell are unicellular, and the organisms whose body is made up of many cells are multicellular organisms. Now we will discuss about the shape of cells. Students, the cells are of different type of shapes. Cells are found in different type of shapes. Like multicellular organism, different type of cells have different type of shapes according to the function they perform. Like for example, their shape is according to their functions which they perform. Like if we consider about the skin cell, so skin cell are having fat in them. They are generally the thin cells are flat फ्लैट इन दैमसेल्व्स. फ्लैट मीन्स खुद में ही क्या होती है, बहुत ही पतली होती है. दे आर थिन, दे आर फ्लैट एंड ओके. एंड स्किन सेल्स मीन्स दे आर जनरली हैविंग, दे आर मतलब दिखने में थोड़ी थोड़ी, ये तो मैंने इस तरह से बना दी है, बाकी दिखने में क्या होंगी, इस तरह से ओवल होती हैं या फिर रेक्टेंगुलर शेप में होती हैं ये. ठीक है, दिखने में ये स्किन सेल्स होती हैं. ठीक है, कुछ पिलर लाइक भी होती हैं स्किन सेल, इस तरह से लंबी लंबी, यहाँ पे न्यूक्लियस होगा, तो इस तरह से अलग अलग होती है. दे आर हैविंग. और अगर इनके सेल्स के बीच के स्पेस की बात करें तो स्किन सेल्स में दो सेल के बीच में कोई भी स्पेस है वो प्रेजेंट नहीं होता है. ठीक है, नो स्पेस इज found. It is called the intercellular space because the skin cells have the function to protect the body. The skin act as a protective covering of the body, so that's why they do not have any space, any intercellular space among themselves. Second one, let's take the example. These are the skin cells. These are just like the fat cells. ये fat cells के जैसी होती हैं. ठीक है, अब अपन बात करते हैं. लेट्स टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ नर्व सेल्स और न्यूरॉन्स. इफ वी विल टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ नर्व सेल्स और न्यूरॉन्स, देन द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ नर्व सेल और न्यूरॉन्स आर लाइक दिस. इस तरह की सी स्ट्रक्चर होती है नर्व सेल की, न्यूरॉन्स की. तो ये इनकी भी, दे आर ऑल्सो हैविंग द डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर. अ डिफरेंट स्ट्रक्चर इज देयर. They are elongated, लंबे लंबे सेल होते हैं. The longest cell in the human body are the nerve cell, and in human body their size is up to 1 meter. Okay, and they are branched, means they are having branches at their anterior part, starting part, and they are thin thread like structure. When they appear, then they are just like the thread like structure. Due to this structure, actually such type of structure, the signals from one part of the body reach to the other part of the body very quickly. Even so, some cells are also there which have the ability to change their shape also, like the amoeba is there. Amoeba is a single cellular organism, so it have the ability to change their shape. Amoeba can change its shape according to the surrounding, according to its need. Like the WBC, white blood cells in human body, they can also change their shape. Okay, they can be spherical, they can be irregular. So these are the different ways in which the shapes of the cells are found in different shape. Even the amoeba is having the ability to form like this is false leg like structure, and these leg like structure, these are called the pseudopodia. Pseudopodia means false legs, means this structure appear to be like the legs of the amoeba, but it is not a leg. Okay, in human body means white blood cells are also there. They can also sometimes form the pseudopodia like structures. Okay students, now we will discuss about the size of cell. That is a smaller topic about the size of cells. So what about the size of cell? The cell and the of plants as well as animals, they are found in different type of sizes. We know that cells are generally very small. We cannot means see them by our naked eyes, so that's why we require a microscope to see them. Okay, nerve cell is the largest cell in the human body, but also to see the nerve cell also we require a microscope. There are different type of cells like which we can see with our eyes also. Like the largest cell that we can see, the largest cell in the world is the egg of ostrich. The egg of ostrich is the largest cell in the world. Okay, it is the largest cell in the world. Its size is 170 mm to 130 mm. Okay, now the largest cell in human body is the nerve cell, or we can say the another name of nerve cell is neuron. Third one is the smallest cell in human body. The largest cell is nerve cell or neuron. Its size is up to 1 meter. Okay, and afterwards the RBC is the smallest cell in human body, which is 7 to 9 micrometer is there. The smallest cell in the world is PPLO, that is pleuropneumonia like organism. Its size is very very small, 0.1 to 0.5 millimeter. So it is the smallest cell in the world. So students, these are the different type of cells. Cells can change its size according to its need. Okay students. Now division of labor, I told you that what is division of labor. When any work is actually any of the work, it is get divided between the organisms. That means if any work is done by different type of organisms, then this is called the division of labor. In unicellular organisms, no division of labor is there, because single cell has to do all the functions like excretion, respiration, all the functions are performed by the single cell. But in case of multicellular organisms, division of labor is seen in their body, because different functions are performed by different type of cells, different type of organs. So here the division of labor is present.